You've listened to the testimony. You know the record. Ms. Heard lied, and she lied again, and she kept lying. She lied 6 years ago. She walked into court in Los Angeles to publicly accuse Mr. Depp of abuse for the first time. And you watched her. You watched her try to save her lie about that broken promise with more lies on this stand in this courtroom. She lied again when she told the world in her op-ed on December 18th, 2018, that she was a public figure representing domestic abuse.
I spoke out against sexual violence and faced our culture's wrath. This must change. That's the headline of Amber Heard's 2018 Washington Post op-ed, which was found to be defamatory of her ex-husband Johnny Depp this week. In retrospect, it almost seems prophetic. People are now mad at Amber Heard for effectively discrediting the #MeToo movement. Keep watching to learn more. While the Me Too movement has given many victim survivors the ability to tell their stories in recent years, these attitudes and behaviors have persisted and in some cases been exacerbated by what some, mostly men, perceive as an unfair shift in cultural and political power. An Ipsos poll conducted earlier this year discovered that 1 in every 4 Australians believes feminism does more harm than good. This sentiment has been palpable in the rhetoric surrounding the Depp versus Heard trial. I hope that the position will now return to innocent until proven guilty, both within the courts and in the media, Depp said in a statement following the verdict. Raman notes that Depp has had a large network of support during his trial. 2 young women in her family, both avid feminists, believed him, but she warns that drawing too many conclusions from one case can be dangerous. I think the bigger issue is what this does to women who are already hesitant to seek help or report allegations of abuse. A little more than half of the women who a current partner has abused have sought advice or support, and 82% have never contacted the police. Patty Kinnersley, CEO of Our Watch, shares these concerns, saying the silencing of victim survivors often goes hand in hand with their abuse and control. We need to remind victim survivors that we see them, hear them, and believe them now more than ever. Things took a turn for the worse over the last 6 weeks in what has been dubbed the world's first trial by TikTok. Heard was labeled a liar and an abuser, and her own allegations of abuse were mocked with a zeal and volume almost unprecedented in popular culture. On TikTok, videos with the hashtag Justice for Johnny Depp, the majority of which actively attacked Heard's character, received 19.2 billion views, and this industrial-scale bullying became so widespread that the New York Times speculated it could be the death of #MeToo. However, experts in the domestic violence sector, interviewed by The Age and the Sydney Morning Herald for this story, are not interested in portraying this trial as the end of a social movement. Rather, they describe it as a tremendously depressing confirmation of a reality that many women still face. Yes, this has happened in another country, and it has been sensationalized, and it involves very famous people, Dr. Margaret Cortez, a senior research fellow in the Department of Social Work at the University of Melbourne, says. However, it also reflects the experience of many ordinary Australians. Cortez claims that the way Heard was treated is common for those who do not fit a particular version of victim. People are generally sympathetic to someone who is white, middle class, has no criminal record, is drug-free, heterosexual, timid, and crying. And while Heard checks many of those boxes, one of the most important is that they do not use force, which Depp accused her of doing. There's this notion that if you use force, you're not a victim. If you defend yourself, you're not a victim, says Cortez. It's especially difficult for Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander women, she says. They're made to look like a perpetrator, when actually most of their experience in that relationship has been as victims. According to Padma Radman, CEO of Australia's National Research Organisation for Women's Safety, these perfect victim ideas are strongly prevalent, despite growing recognition and understanding of the broader issue of violence against women. Our National Community Attitude Survey has revealed an increase in recognition of domestic violence, but an overall mistrust of women remains very, very strong, she says. There's this perception that women have ulterior motives for reporting sexual or family violence, and I believe that perception is based on really problematic attitudes that stereotype women as untrustworthy, deceitful, and greedy. The same survey, conducted in 2017, discovered that 42% of Australians believe it's common for women to use sexual assault allegations to get back at men, whereas in reality, false allegations are incredibly rare. A follow-up report of this topic, published in 2021, discovered that these attitudes had not changed. In fact, when presented with a news article detailing a woman's allegation of sexual assault, one study participant called to chuck her on the lie detector, eliciting snickering laughter from others in the room. This reflects the inherent assumption that women lie, according to the report. In addition, the casualness and disrespect with which victims and survivors may be treated when disclosing or reporting their victimization. What do you think will be the future of the hashtag #MeToo movement? Will it go on strongly or will it be dismantled? Let us know all your thoughts in the comment section down below. Leave a like and subscribe to keep up with all the latest entertainment news.